Well, g'day, campmate. It's Monday. This is Teamwork Day. So what a great way to start our week, realizing that we spent our Saturday looking at our vision, getting a little bit more clear on what we wanted to do, what we wanted to be, what we wanted to have in the future. We want to really look at that day as far as future pacing to what we call our 2020 vision. If you were to jump to the year 2020, just less than 10 years from now, where would your life be? If you set these goals and these visions in place right now, amazing things can happen over a 10-year period. You know, we sometimes underestimate what we can do in 10 years and we overestimate what we can do in a year. So sometimes we get sidetracked where we set goals for a year period of time and we don't reach them, but if we actually just stretch it out and get a bigger vision over a 10-year period and we work backwards, we can chunk a lot of these things down with the right intention. So today is about team. I always like to use the acronym Together Everyone Achieves More. And to be on a team is really to be how we can serve and work together, understanding each one of our levels of communication, understand how we can get ourselves stronger, how we can get our relationship stronger, our physical body stronger, our spirit nice and strong as a team player, and stay focused on what we want. So when we went through on Saturday, through our journal, there were 3 different things with the teammate. The first one was the labyrinth, and we've talked about that before as far as the hands. Remember, the hands, this position means kyushu, which means look for the good in all things. And so if we were to look at this, you want to focus in on look for the good in all things. You want to do it with love and with respect. So look for the good in all things, do it with love and respect as a campmate, and each one of our team members, if we do that, then there's a lot less conflict. We talked about in the this process, if you just were to look at your hands on a daily basis and anchor in your self-esteem, maybe things that you wanted to improve from the past and take them into the future to improve your overall self-worth. How can you be a stronger, more valuable team person? Working with your relationships, how can you get your physical body stronger? Eating right, moving better, putting those things into daily rituals. How can you make sure your spirit is stronger in your spiritual devotion? And also catch on what the words that you're using. Our transformational vocabulary we need to look at is what are the words we're using. If we're frustrated and we use that word all the time, change it into maybe I'm just fascinated, and you'll look at things differently. Catch the words that you're using on a regular basis. The words create that vibration. Lowered words like anger and fear and guilt and blame, those are lower vibrations. Higher vibrations are joy, happiness. Those are important words we want to put more into our day. So look at the words that you use and start to put more empowering words. Those words actually raise your intention and your level of vibration. Now as a teammate, we obviously want to look at doing our labyrinth, but the other thing we talked about was a thing called a rock talk. So think of it as like 3 positions. The first position in there is you. It's yourself. It's the primary position. And so if you look at the second rock, it's the secondary person or the second person that you might need to talk to or communicate with. It could be even somebody that maybe even isn't around anymore and you need to just release that energy that you might have inside you. And you can just say, hey, this person, and you just literally get it out of yourself like you're talking to this imaginary rock and this imaginary person sitting there. But then you want to sit on the secondary rock and look back at what you just said, but try and see it from that second position, that secondary perspective. It's amazing what you do when you look at it from a different perspective. You have a better sense. I always like the phrase, no matter how thin you slice something, there's always 2 sides to it. So you got to look at both sides. That reduces the level of those questions, those ions, those electrical charges in our body. So the questions that we ask when we're doing this, how come this happened, or how come this is happening to me, those are going to give you answers rather than how can I make this better, how can I make this stronger, how can I improve that. So you want to make sure you're keeping up with your Power 8 questions. You should have done vision on Saturday, intention yesterday, and your teamwork questions today. The third position of the rock is the professional. It's the person that understands all aspects. They understand the answers. They're the person with the most wisdom. that's the position that you want to see. How would these two people talk to each other if they actually had a third person, a professional, actually speaking to them about this process? So if we look at that third position, you can potentially see what the second and first positions are and actually mold the two together with your own internal communication. So that's an important aspect, that rock talk. We'll do the process with us on Saturday, but you can start to look at that. We literally have 3 different chairs, different spatial places to do this process. The third thing was the love-hate. A soulmate, your wife, a great friend, even somebody that doesn't even live in the area, just getting to know what they love and what they hate. And you want to actually add more to that love spot and try and reduce more of the things that they don't enjoy and that they actually hate. So on our teamwork day, today is a day that you're going to be around more people potentially because maybe you're back in the workspace and working, going back on a Monday. So you want to look at how you can add more of the things we talked about, that energy, that intention to your teammates. Become more valuable inside to your teammates. And amazing how that law of reciprocity works backwards. This is going to be an awesome week. This is your first day in this Monday through Friday cycle. So make sure you look at your journals. Monday, a vision day, intention day, and your teamwork day, and try and keep up. If you try and catch up at the end, you kind of lose some of the momentum. And read back through the questions. You might even want to add more and more to each one of the areas as you go through the week. And then finish your teamwork and your power hour. Remember, your power hour is where you want to move your body, you want to move your thought, and you want to actually put your mind to a state of less confusion. So meditation, the love meditation, the quiet meditation, an actual process with the chakra size, the ball stretches, or any other type of exercises or movements that you might do are very important. So you want to take that 1 hour, chisel it out in your schedule so that throughout the day you've got that power hour very strong and something to look forward to. It's best if you have it the same time of the day because you get more momentum. So have an awesome Monday. Look forward to talking to you more on tomorrow on video. And if you haven't scheduled your appointments for the biocranial and the manipulation as far as some of the organ, make sure that you do that. Have an awesome day. Thanks.